What it do? What's going on? It's your boy Cyrusisofficial. Real niggas relate. Welcome to the first podcast, Straight Shooters podcast. You know what I'm saying? New thing I'm starting, new thing I'm finna get going. You know, I have a real vision for what I got going on. So, the spirit, revelated me to, you gotta do a podcast, man. You know people, man. You gotta get a certain message out there that's different from, what we normally see. That's in the world today. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, I know people that can bring a certain flavor to the game. And that's what we finna do. You know what I'm saying? If you don't know, I got some music that I have dropped recently. EP out right now. March Madness, going crazy. I dropped 2 months ago. The Night Shift EP. You've seen the videos. It's out right now. But right now, it's not really about me. You'll get to know me as we get to know each other in this journey. But welcome to the Straight Shooter podcast. Right now, we have my first guest. Is a real dope friend of mine that when I first went to college. I was a lot more shy than I am right now. People think I'm shy now, low key, but they crazy. They just don't know me. But I was a lot more shy than my freshman year going into college out of high school, and it was really different for me to like make friends in certain aspects of life in that journey. But certain people you run into that cross your path, and they add certain aspects to your life that you didn't really have. That certain gestures. But one of the first guests on the Straight Shooter podcast, I like to bring to y'all's forefront. She was a good friend of me in college. Great spirit, energetic, smart girl. Life of the party type of energy that she has, and she's gonna be a main shooter on the podcast as we keep going through the journey of the podcast. So I would like to introduce, Amber. What it do? You do your own thing too. You want to, you know what I'm saying?
Hey everybody, my name is Amber. Look, Aunt and I, we go way, way back, okay?
It's Cyrus, man. They call me, they
Oh,
say
they call
Aunt,
you, oh,
but
okay.
it's Cyrus.
Look, we go back, so I can call him that. Y'all can't, so y'all call him Cyrus, okay?
For sure.
Y'all gonna have to come see me about that.
Oh God.
But we'll probably get into like how we've known each other. But this is my boy. Like he's had my back for so long, and vice versa. A little about me.
Yeah, tell us about yourself. You know
About
what I'm saying?
myself.
What you got going on? What is the essence of Amber?
So the essence of Amber, very free, very free spirit. Do what I want when I want, but love everybody around me. Like I never meet a stranger. I love everybody. Treat everybody with kindness. Right now in my life, I'm one of those 9 to 5ers trying to get away from it. I'm a very creative person, so I have a jewelry business. I kind of been chilling on the jewelry business for a minute, but
Okay.
I'm getting ready to get back into the business. So I'm gonna plug y'all in a little later. And y'all come holler at me.
For sure.
But then also I have a podcast as well. I do a self-care and mindset podcast. So it's just honestly my podcast is something where it's just gonna help you through your journey.
Right.
Whatever that looks like. If you're on a spiritual journey, you just trying to get your mind right journey, on your self-care journey, you come holler at your girl and we're gonna do this thing together because we all need one another.
In fact, you do need people out in the world that you can talk to, because a lot of people go through different um, aspects of life that they feel like they can't talk to people, or nobody knows how they feel in certain aspects, and that does get tough because you can't just have everything bottled up inside of you. It's not healthy.
At all.
It's just not healthy.
You're going to end up flipping out one way or another. Facts. You got to get it out.
Facts. Big time. So how you been, though? Like, just in life. General life. I seen you 2 years ago when I was working. I was in, it was funny shit. It was funny shit because I was working. I think I was doing on some temp job in the arena. I think it was College Park Arena. But yeah, a few years ago, 2-3 years ago, it was random as hell. Like, it was like, came along, I was like, what the fuck? What's up? So that was pretty dope. But at that time, I ain't seen you since college, for real. Yeah. Freshman year, when I was like a young nigga, for real.
So it had to been like, because I left in 2013.
Okay.
after my accident. So that was the last time I
You got
seen
an
him.
accident?
Yeah, that's why I left.
See, I was all right. Yeah, I didn't. 2013. I left in 2011. Like after my freshman year, that was my last year. So that's why. Yeah. So I had no new,
Oh
no new. I ain't know nothing
yeah,
about you being in an accident. That's crazy.
yeah.
What kind of shoes?
A
You was
head-on
in
collision.
what?
Yeah, I couldn't walk for like a year, about a good year.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
that was the only reason why I left. I'd probably still be out there.
Wow. That's wild. So I don't even know my. I don't want you to revisit your past
Oh no,
trauma and stuff, but
it ain't
like,
traumatic for me.
yeah, okay, where so like how what happened?
So I was going to go pick up my little brother from choir rehearsal. Of all things, I'm picking this man up from church.
Mm-hmm.
So we're literally maybe 5 minutes away from the house, and some lady just come. It's raining real hard. We're in Stone Mountain, so we were going around the mountain. This lady just crashes right into the car. So luckily, my little
Okay.
brother, he was fine. All he had was like a
You had a brother in the
scratch.
car?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
My at the time, my youngest brother. Um, but me, whole foot messed up. I had to have surgery. So I think I had surgery. That's why like I hate Valentine's Day now. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
It happened on Valentine's Day?
No, it happened on February 10th of 2013, but my surgery was Valentine's Day. I'm like, y'all can't do this shit the day before or maybe the day
Yeah,
after. So now Valentine's Day, like I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
that's tough. That's
So if
crazy.
somebody can make it special, then I'm here for it. But other than that, yeah, no.
That's a blessing. You know. I mean, I know your foot. You know, I'm sorry about your foot and your leg and shit, but at least you know it could have been a lot worse. You know, so I'm
Yeah.
just glad that you made it up out of that. But I didn't know that's why you left Emmanuel.
Yeah.
So what happened after Emmanuel?
So after Emmanuel, look, I went home. I was like depressed as fuck because I couldn't walk.
Mm-hmm.
So I was chilling for a bit. But once I got back like on crutches, I actually ended up going to Kennesaw. I went to Kennesaw State
Oh word. That's
with
what's up.
Aaron. I don't know if you remember
I remember
Aaron.
Aaron.
Yep. I
What's up, Aaron?
went.
Yeah, I remember Aaron.
Shout out to you, Aaron. I went
Word.
there with Aaron. And I think I stayed there for about a year. I ended up going back with the ex, and I should have probably never did that because I never finished. Like
Word.
I was on some mommy me time and wifey stuff without having a ring on my finger. Ladies, don't ever do that shit, okay? Get a ring. Look, still don't got one, but get a ring on your finger before you start doing all that wifey shit, taking care of people's kids and
Yeah, take care
doing
of
all
your
of that. Like
kids is crazy. Don't do that.
take care of you first, okay? You heard it from Auntie.
Say less.
But see, and that's all a part of the journey.
Right.
Like back then, I didn't have nobody telling me like, "Oh no, don't do it like this, don't do that." It was just like, mm. And that was it. It's like,
Nah, I
okay, you
feel
want to
that.
elaborate? But after that, left him, and then I started doing my own stuff. That's when I really started getting into like my different creative projects, like the podcast and
Word.
everything from there. Like after I left, started taking off for me.
That's what's up. That's great.
So life has been
You
good.
know, so basically, different trials basically get you to different aspects of knowing who you are in that aspect. You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
that's a good thing to keep going.
Hell yeah. Say where you been dodging sins, yeah. I'm not your man, yeah, you a fan, yeah. I peep your plan, you're not my friend, yeah. I hit and ran, yeah, I'm just saying, yeah, I'm just saying. Nigga got the plan, nigga hit and ran. She know where I am, she know
We
where
talk about your creative aspect of what you got going on. So you got podcasts,
Hmm.
right? How has that been right now going with your podcast? Like, tell me what got you wanting to start, because this is the first time I'm starting my podcast. So what got you into wanting to get what you feel that's in your spirit out there in the podcast?
So originally, like the podcast honestly started off as therapy for me. This was back in 2018. So I was just doing it as something to kind of like get myself to be more vocal and be more open because I was so closed off at that point in time.
Right.
So, and it actually helped. Like, little did I know it actually did help. So then it became something of, okay, well, if this is something where I can help myself, I can definitely help other people just by telling them my experiences.
Mm.
So when I left, but when did I stop? I think it was like November 2021. I had a lot of look. Life was fucking lifing. It was lifing real hard, so I just had to take a step back. But now being back, it's like everything I've learned from November 2021 up until when I restarted in March 2024. It's like now I'm able to share literally every single experience and give people just a way to see, like, bro, you can live your life however it is that you want to live it. You just need to be authentic and treat people with kindness.
Okay.
So that's honestly like all that I want to show, but I want to show it through my experiences, my life. And we both know, look, you know me well enough. My life been pretty lit.
Yeah, definitely lit for sure. So the dynamics that you say in your podcast and how you want to help people, what specific things you think you can bring to to like to get people like a kind of a guidance things. I know when I listen to podcasts, there are certain people that I listen to for certain reasons. Like there'll be a person who just talks about just kind of a mental aspect of your spirit, or being positive, or people that's around you, what you're seeing. It's not crazy. Like you're really you're really going on a trajectory that's going to get you to a different plateau. So the things that you're facing in life isn't you listen to people for that, or you listen to people for whatever the hell you listen to people for. So what is the things that you feel like you bring out that you want people to recognize in you, or you feel like you help out in people?
My light, to be honest, like I feel like my light is so freaking bright. Like it's so damn bright. So I feel like people immediately like gravitate. So it's like how we talked about earlier. Either you're gonna love it or you're just not gonna like it. So those who do, like, they immediately gravitate to it, and it's like it works. And I feel like what I bring the most is the self-care piece, because that is the thing that I've worked on from 2021 up until now, is really self-care and self-love and mindset. But I feel the way that I do it, even though it's about people being on their spiritual journey, I don't do it in a way of like, oh, well, you must do this and you must do that and you got to take steps. Like, no, fuck no. It's real. It's authentic. I'm going to come on. I'm going to be raw. You know how I do. Look, I'll say whatever it is that I want to say that I feel comfortable with, but I feel like people can resonate with it. Because honestly, like my podcast is almost like you sitting there and you talking to your homegirl. So I feel like a lot of people can relate to it. The feedback so far, being back, it's been great.
Good.
Everybody's like, we missed you. You need to keep your ass on the damn airwaves.
Yeah, so that's what I'm about to get to. So like being consistent with, you got your life and you got to work and take care of yourself. Where do you see your, vision of where you want to take the podcast? Because I know it's like a certain diligence of work that you have to, energy that you have to put into it to, be however big you want it to be, or however whatever impact that you feel like you want to have with it. So like, what is the balance that you feel like you gotta do with balancing what you feel like you should do? Because I feel like it's a life thing. Even with me, even with the people that I work with, as far as in my music journey, a lot of it is making time for you, because I feel like when you're working, you're working with somebody else type shit. So it's like, you're working somebody else's dream. So you got to if you have your own dreams, you have to make time. If you got to really have belief in yourself too. So you got to make time and have that belief to, work your journey. So where do you find the balance of, for yourself to try to get to that?
I'm gonna be real. Lately, the balance, it's been difficult to find, because it's like working a 9 to 5 and having all these other because like lately it's been creative thing after creative thing, like literally just rolling in like a domino effect. And like in my head, it's like, damn, y'all chill out. Give me some time to figure out how to process all of this. But the balance is really hard, working and also being a creative and knowing that your 9 to 5 is going to help you pay them bills, because who else going to do it? But at the same time, look, well, somebody might. But
you feel me? Yeah, how you
for
soft,
now,
you know what I'm saying?
for now, I got to get out there and make it do what it do. But it's like, don't get me wrong, I'm grateful to have my 9 to 5. However, I'm ready to move on into something else. So for right now, I'm really, just to be 100% real, I'm trying to figure out the balance and really figure out what's next steps for me to be able to not only help myself, but also help other people.
All right.
So I'll get back to you on that answer when I get it.
Yeah, for sure. And it's just about staying dudes. What your calling is, because there's a lot of things that just throw you off track of what you're supposed to be doing. And, that's a lot of the main things. So that's part of the reason why I'm kind of starting the podcast, because I want to give people have. In my opinion, I feel like I ran across a lot of people that I feel like I see a light in them. Like I would hope they see a light in me type thing. So I feel like we should all help each other's light, because I feel like it's a bigger thing. There's a lot of people that's famous right now for real that I've met before they was like, famous for real, or got to where they was getting to. So it's like, in my mind, it's like, I want to build or kind of show people or inspire people. That's probably the word. For sure, inspire people to follow what your calling is, because it ain't working for the man. That's not what it's about. She's not about working for the man. Because you be
miserable. Like, you be sitting at that job like, yeah, I know what I'm doing, but I'm not happy.
Not happy.
Because this is not what I want to do.
You think about all the shit that you're supposed to be doing for real.
Look, taking off, using vacation days to work on your creativity, because like, damn, I gotta make this shit work for real.
And it feels great, when you are working your dreams. It's good. That's how you kind of should. It's like an inner knowing, like you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, kind of thing. And it's a faith thing to it too, because you're doing it without getting a pat on the back from other people. You gotta kind of know who you are in that aspect, and you gotta keep building that strength, because I feel like God watches everything, and He knows, like, He blesses people when it gets to a certain point of His knowing that you're ready for it. You don't know when you're ready for certain things,
but He do. So, and not only that, like, I feel like He will give you energy for whatever it is that you're supposed to actually be doing. So, like, for example, how I told you, I was like, yo, I'm literally on today 2 hours of freaking sleep. Just 2 hours. But I got energy. Like, I'm alive. I'm here. But it's like God will give you that energy. It don't matter how much sleep you get. If you're supposed to be doing whatever it is that you was doing where you lost that sleep, He gonna give you energy to keep going through your day with whatever it is that you need to do.
That's big facts, for sure. So probably the last thing I want to get into with you is your jewelry business. I remember you told me about it. Where are you at with that, and how you want to get that off the ground?
Right now I'm restructuring everything, just trying to figure out exactly how I want to do it, because before I was telling you, like, I was doing the beaded bracelets for look, men, women, children, cats, dog, everybody, your mama, your daddy, it don't matter.
Basically the soul stone bracelets, basically.
Gemstones, crystals, all type. But before, everything was custom, which I loved. But it's like, it was so time consuming. Back to the 9 to 5. It's like, it's hard to do 9 to 5 and literally sit there and make up bracelet after bracelet when it's by yourself. So now I'm going to be doing something. It's still going to be the beaded jewelry, but I'm just going to be working with different vendors. So it's like, it takes away that pressure of having to sit there, do everything. And it's almost kind of like me building my own team.
Right, so you're going to have people you're not going to be making the jewelry.
No more, no.
That's some bullshit.
Look, thinking smarter, not harder now.
Yeah, for sure. You got to be smarter.
Yeah, because I'm like, before, when I was doing the custom jewelry, now don't get me wrong, I'll still probably do that from time to time, but it'll be like special request type of thing, because it is extremely time consuming. You think like making one of these little bracelets, that's 10 minutes.
One of them look crazy, ain't gonna lie. It look like it.
Yo, it's tedious. The smaller that they are, the more tedious it is to make. And then when you get to the end, you gotta tie it up. So many times I get to the end, I tie it up and the shit will pop. And it's like, all right, cool. Understand, got to remake. But I think doing this the new way is going to make things so much more streamlined. It's going to make it 10 times easier. And I can do a lot more. So I can now tap in to do more on a podcast. I can tap in to do more on the bracelets. And now we mentioned styling earlier. Now I can plug in the styling. So I'm trying to give myself time back in just all these different areas. So look, we can make that cha-ching.
Thanks. Like, those was dope. Like, so what's your target market on the bracelet? Because it would give me island vibes, and like probably want to you know,
Any and
like
everything.
saying type shit.
Any and
See
everything,
some
honestly.
people on the beach
Like,
with it.
whatever, and like, even with the new stuff, whatever comes into my mind, I create it, I send it over to the vendor. They'll make it up, send it back, see if I want to do any edits, and we just go for it. So honestly, it's just whatever I personally feel in that moment in my creativity. I don't go off of trends. I don't go off of what nobody else got going. It's just whatever is in here and that come out.
Okay. Oh, that's fire, man. I love it. I love it. So
Thank you.
Niggas gon' worship these groupies. I know you love it, you wildin'. That girl be out here and she wildin'. Gotta stay focused, I'm chosen. Not smart to try to oppose me. Shots in the corner like post. Pussy nigga don't approach me, man. Got your girl feel like coach. She had choices that she chose. Okay, yeah, I'm lit and I'm gone. I'm brown and my heart is on froze. I'm brown and my heart is on froze. I'm brown and my heart is on froze. Yeah, I ran out of dough. Ain't rich and my heart is on froze. Ain't rich and my heart is on froze. Ain't rich and my heart is on froze. Yeah, it got to my soul. She left and my heart is on froze. She left and my heart is on froze. She left and my heart is on froze. Yeah, I'm lit and I'm gone.